Let's try it again since I didn't have my mic turned on last time. And that's coming from me, an eldest daughter who's very self-critical. If I can do it, you guys can do it too, okay? Are things perfect? No. Are they supposed to be perfect? No, and I know that I'm not really supposed to expect perfection. Am I still really frustrated with the way my life has been going over the past year? Yeah. And I'm making this video so that I can get past the hump of not having made a YouTube specific video when my goal this year was to make at least one video a month for YouTube. I've had a lot going on over the last 12 months, 13 months really now, because it's August. A lot of my energy has been directed away from showing up online, marketing, social media. A lot of my energy has been directed away from my actual client work that pays me, and has been concentrated on just trying to take care of myself, just trying to survive most of the time, trying to heal. And that has been very frustrating as someone who I like what I do. I like my work. I like my clients. I like marketing. I like using social media to market my business. I like being creative and making videos about what it's like to be a business owner in my specific industry and the things that I'm interested in. I like all of that. So not having the energy to go tap into that creative outlet and not having the energy to do the work that I need to do to get paid has been really frustrating and really tough. I'm here to be vulnerable about that and to share with you all what's been going on in my life. Honestly, the story is fucking crazy, and I didn't see myself in this position a year ago, but I'm literally in a different part of the country now, and that's for the best. I grew up in a military family. We were an Air Force family, and so we moved around a lot when I was a kid, like completely picked up and moved to a new place, and military brats will understand that. And you have this experience growing up in a military family where you just know how to adapt whenever you have a big change in your life like that. And there's not a lot of other kids that can say the same when you're growing up. You have to go to a new school district not knowing anybody, not having family or friends at all there, and building from scratch. Doing that multiple times as a kid means that not only are you comfortable and adaptable and able to rebuild, but it kind of means sometimes that you crave novelty, and when things get really tough, you just kind of want to pick everything up and go away to a new place and start over fresh. And that's what I've done. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm not gonna try to say that's not it, but I was so ready to be out of Louisiana, where I was living for the last 16 years. Louisiana is not where I grew up, but it's where I'm originally from. And I had had enough, and my marriage ended. I lost 2 pets within the last 12 months. Less than that, actually. Within the last 8 months, I lost 2 pets. Had to sell my house, sold the house really quickly, needed to find somewhere else to live really quickly. And I have the privilege of having resources and being able to pick up and move and do a cross-country move like I've done. I'm no longer in Central Time Zone. I'm in Eastern Time Zone again, which is where I spent most of my childhood, and I feel very connected to the East Coast, but I'm not even on the East Coast. I'm just in the Eastern Time Zone. I'm in Appalachia now. I'm in sort of the edge of the Midwest. I'm no stranger to picking up and moving, and a lot of people find that really crazy and nerve-wracking. And I've had people tell me oh my God, I could never do that. And I'm like, well, I can never just stay in one place for my entire life. And a lot of the people that I was in community with and friends with in Louisiana were people that had been born and raised and now still lived there in the same exact city, in the same exact region and area that they grew up in. And that's really difficult to find community with people whenever that was not my experience. And the South being what it is, being so backwards and racist and homophobic and really behind progress, really behind 21st century for a lot of different reasons. It was really challenging to live there the past 16 years and to make a life there. And I always knew that I wasn't going to stay there, but I thought I would at the very least be relocating with my partner. And that turned out to not happen. That I made a decision a little over a year ago that I was done with that relationship because he was not in on the relationship anymore. He had other priorities. I decided to prioritize myself, and that was really fucking painful. And it still is painful. It still is really hard to come to terms with somebody I thought I was going to be with the rest of my life not really choosing me. And that sucked. So I've spent the last year choosing myself in therapy, journaling, I have journals on journals on journals full of daily writings about what I've been going through. Editing Reagan here, telling you about my Wealthy Witches Grimoire, which is my complete journaling and planner system. And I will include a link in the description of this video where you can download that. It's a PDF guide that takes you exactly through how I do my daily journaling, meditation, breathing exercises, and planning for my life. Check it out. And it's a lot, and it's really painful to think about all at once, so I try not to. But that's the long and short of it. I have been in my new city for tomorrow will be my 30 days here. I've really been struggling to get unpacked, to get things organized, but I know that that's because my nervous system has gone fucking through it for the last several years, really, but especially it's been very concentrated in the last year that I've been going through it and trying to deal with it and process things. So I'm fucking exhausted. And that means that a lot of shit is still sitting in boxes. Now, all of my things that I need, my kitchen's unpacked and everything, and all my clothes are unpacked, and my bedroom is unpacked, but I don't have any art on my walls anywhere. That's been very frustrating. The necessity of having to concentrate my energy on self-care and healing and deep introspective work, very Aquarius, very Pluto and Aquarius shit. And that's in my 10th house, Aquarius, and Pluto is in my 10th house right now. That is very deep, introspective, digging up work. And your 10th house represents your career and your public facing life. And so here I am talking to people on YouTube about it. That work is exhausting. The thing that I've been reminding myself every freaking day, with the support of people in my network and my friends group and my support system, reminding myself every day that I don't have to be hard on myself about it. I could just be nice and compassionate to myself. Still frustrating, but it feels less shitty than beating myself up for not having art on the walls yet a month later into moving. It just has to be okay that it's messy and imperfect, because otherwise, if it's not okay, I'm going to feel worse. It just has to be okay. And that is what I've been focusing on lately. I am having to kind of force myself to go outside my house and to be in public and to be doing things that interest me, but that will allow me to meet other people who share the same interests that I do. The month of July was crazy. I spent most of it packing up my house that I had lived in for 10 years, packing up a lot of shit that my ex had left behind and decided he didn't want to deal with whenever I asked him to leave. And so I had to deal with a lot of our shit, both of our shit, and digging up into and unearthing things from the last 10 years. I've been going on walks here. The weather here is amazing. I'm no longer in swamp country. No more swamp ass for me, except if I really want it. You know what I mean? The weather here is great. I've been going on walks. I sit on my porch every day, just enjoying the breeze and the sunshine and stuff. It's just amazing. I'm enjoying taking my dog out for walks. My cat is loving having stairs and running up and down stairs. She loves to sit at the top of the stairs and look down on all of us, and so that we know our place and that she is in fact above us in the hierarchy, and the rest of us just need to accept that. I'm getting back into it, and this video is me getting back into it. Let's talk a little bit about what is changing in my business too, because I had already planned for there to be changes happening in my business, and then it just so happened that my house sold the same week that I listed it, and I needed to get the fuck out of my house and find somewhere else to live quickly. So the changes that I've been wanting to make my business kind of had to go on the back burner for a little bit, but I am updating the community. It is always still going to be a free community, y'all. It just will be. It will be free to join the community. It is going to go through a name change. There are going to be some changes to the branding and the color scheme and the imagery and all that good stuff. But the biggest thing that is changing is that as of September 1st, the community premium subscription, the price to get access to all of the features in the community, that price is going up September 1st. So if you're seeing this video before September 1st, 2026, you still have time to get subscribed into the premium community. And that includes a new QuickBooks Online business finance accounting tutorial from me every month. This is also archived, so whenever you pay for the premium subscription, you instantly get access to all of the replays. For the 2.5 years now that I've had the community, we've had monthly tutorials almost every month. We also have virtual office hours in the community twice a month. So the community price for all of that, including a live Q&A call that I do once a month as well, that price is going to be going up to $37 a month. And that is to encapsulate all of the value that I've packed into the community. And that premium subscription is for those folks that are doing their own bookkeeping, that really want hands-on support and accountability every month. People that want to be able to show up and just be told what to do in QuickBooks. So if that's you, make sure that you subscribe to the premium community subscription before September 1st so that you can get the lower price of just $7 a month for life. There will be no price increases for the folks that are on the $7 a month plan, but that plan goes up to $37 a month starting September 1st, 2026. You want to meet me on Zoom? You want to hang out with me and do your books with me? Get into the community premium subscription. Just like I have relied on my community of other entrepreneurs and people doing deep introspective work on themselves, I've relied on that community very heavily over the past year. And that is something I want to facilitate to my clients, because building a business, learning how to do bookkeeping, learning a new skill, learning to stay accountable to your bookkeeping, figuring shit out when it goes wrong, like building a business community, that's always something I've wanted to do. And to be able to educate people with the knowledge that I have for a very reasonable and accessible price. I want you to be a part of it, and you will get access to resources. You will get access to video replays as a free member. You just won't get all of the dedicated support and tutorials and things that I've built over the last several years. You won't get access to all of that as a free member. So you need to upgrade once you set up your account to get the full premium access. If you have questions about that, let me know down in the comments below. I give you permission, the way I have to give myself permission, to be kind to yourself through all of that. It's going to suck regardless, but we get to decide if we're going to be compassionate to ourselves or if we're going to make it suck worse by telling ourselves that we should have done something, we should have been ready for this, or we should have made this choice in the past. Like, we can't change the past. You know, if you coulda, shoulda, woulda, we're not doing any of that. That's not how you're gonna be kind and compassionate to yourself. You're gonna tell yourself, this sucks, and I'm gonna show up for myself and take care of myself the way that a friend or a family member who loved me would show up for me in a time of need. Now's the time to show up for yourself that way. And if you do have somebody in your life like that, that does show up for you whenever things are really hard, you can try to step into that and follow their lead and follow how they've modeled being kind and compassionate to you. Not only do I give you permission to do that, but especially if things are tough for you right now while you're watching this video, please, please, please choose to be kind and compassionate to yourself first. It's going to suck regardless. You might as well be nice to yourself through it all. Don't be your biggest hater. And that's coming from me, an eldest daughter who's very self-critical. If I can do it, you guys can do it too, okay? Leave a comment down below. Let me know if that resonates with you at all, if you've struggled being kind to yourself even when it feels like everything is happening that's outside of your control, that is so fucked up, if you still struggle to be nice to yourself during those times. Let me know in the comments if this was helpful to frame it that way. And make sure that you set up your free account in the community. Get onto the premium subscription for just $7 a month if you're seeing this video before September 1st, 2026. And I'll check in with you guys again, hopefully in the month of September. And you can hear about some more things and how I'm updating things in my business that I'm very excited to do. I've been really excited to do it for a long time. We've just had a couple bumps in the road. We've had to slow down a little bit, but I'm ready. I'm ready to get back into it. So let's do this together. Come join me in the community, and I'll see you there.